Okay, hi. I appreciate it's nearly lunchtime, so I'll keep it short for you. So I didn't actually know I was presenting today. They just sprung this on me 5 minutes ago. So I apologise. I didn't do this presentation with the idea of doing it to a crowd. But get past that one. We go to the first slide. So probably easier for me to discuss how things are changing, because being in the gold space at the moment is actually a nice place to be for a change. It's been 8 years of hard work to stay in the gold space. And we're still there. I think gold is increasing in price now. Well, it definitely is, but it's going to keep on going, in my view. And this is an opportunity for us. Galane currently is a 30,000 ounce producer at an all-in of around 1,050. So every $100 to us is an extra $3 million cash flow. So for a junior, that's a big difference. But we have a plan to increase production up to 90,000. So even better for us, and we're already enacting that. But we think this is a different mining cycle. You know, every year, every time we have a mining cycle, you get a new major come out. I'll take it from the Canadian perspective. You know, last time we had B2 Gold, IM Gold, large open pit, lower grades. And the reality is the landscape is changing and the opportunities are changing, and those big open pits aren't available anymore. So people are going to have to look at different resources. And we believe those resources are going to be underground. And it's not the skill sets that those big guys have, and I know it isn't because I've talked to them. And it's going to be shall we say, lower recovery resources. And that's where Mupane or Galane sits. The assets that we mine are underground. The first asset we purchased from Mupane, we bought it from IM Gold because it needed to go underground and they couldn't do it. Also, it had recovery issues. The recovery is 70 to 75%. They don't want to deal with those kind of things. But when we purchased it from them, the all-in cost was $1,450. We've got it down to $1,050. We've turned it around. The second asset we purchased was Galane Gold, and Galane Gold is in South Africa. Difficult political jurisdiction, I agree, but it was a great horse, 1.5 million ounces for $4 million. Why? Because it was unloved. It was needed to be underground. It's got a low recovery of 55 to 65%, but the grades are high, 5.5, 4.5. And, you know, we've unlocked the value there because we've got an offtake agreement and we get paid 75% payable in the gold. So we're actually achieving a better recovery than if we run a normal plant. So there's going to be new majors coming in the new cycle. And, you know, you guys are going to choose which ones to invest in. Which is that junior that's going to make the big difference and grow and give you the biggest return? I hope it's going to be Galane. We've got the right skill sets, we've got the right team, and we're positioning ourselves to grow up to 90,000 ounces in the next couple of years. And hopefully through acquisition and using our management team, we can do even better than that, and we'll be the next, let's just say B2 Gold, whoever that you invested in last time and made a lot of money on. Okay? That's easy for me to say. I've got to achieve that. I appreciate that. Okay? So, company overview. I'll try and be really quick here. Got the asset in Mupane in Botswana, purchased in 2011. We transitioned to underground. It's making cash now. Let's wait until this quarter results come out with a new gold price, and everyone's going to be very excited. Okay? Galane Mine we purchased in 2015, large resource. We had to finance that. We did last year. We're putting into production. We're selling concentrate. This month we'll do about 700 ounces. Next month hopefully we'll be making money there. And we're ramping it up to 26,000 ounces by second half of next year. And we've got a plan to take that up to 60,000 ounces. Okay. Capital structure. Management and insiders hold 54%, so we're very aligned with all the other shareholders. We have no institutional coverage because we haven't been out to the market to raise money from the institutions. We've kept our head low and kept ourselves in the business for when the gold price comes back to us. So we're nicely leveraged for that gold price change. There's reasons why our market cap is low. We have a high debt, and we had to take on debt to transition to underground at Mupane, when we put in Galane back into production. But the cash flows we have now, as I've just told you, a 30,000 ounce producer, I've got $200, I've got $6 million more cash next year. I can pay that debt off, and I've got a model to show you that. So it's not a worry for me. So if you were concerned about that and you weren't investing, you should be now investing in me. Okay? So Mupane, I'm a production guys, but we've also have an exploration upside. We've done a joint venture with B2. We put all the prospecting licenses into a different entity, and they're buying into that. They've already spent $1 million. They've optioned another 2 years for another $2 million. And if they do that, they'll hold 50% of the prospecting licenses. Mupane is still separate to that, and that will continue without B2's intervention. They're looking for a 2 million ounce resource or a 100,000 ounce per annum producer. And They actually approached us because some of their geology team actually found Mupane. They understood it very well, and they believe there's a much larger resource there, as always covered by the undergrowth. You know, clever geologists will find it great, and when they do, clever producers like me will produce the gold. Okay. I think the easiest thing to do for Galaxy is to put up this picture. There's been mining in Galaxy for over 130 years. There's 1.3 million ounces being mined there. It's a well-known resource. The thing that's held us back is the recovery and perhaps the mining methods. We're using the mining methods we've used at Mupane, and stoping, mechanised, it's drive-in, drive-out, so adit entrance. Princeton ore body, which is on the far-hand left-hand side as you look at it, that's 5 metres wide, running at 5.5 grams a tonne, 100 metre strike. We're already mining there, and we're planning to be producing around 10,000 tonnes a month by the end of this year. On the far right-hand side is the Galaxy ore body. We'll be accessing that at the 22 level. We're still doing that access at the moment, but we should be there by the end of this year, beginning of next year, and we're targeting to produce around 20,000 tonnes, and then we can produce more there because that ore body is 40 metres wide and 100 metres strike and runs at about 4.5 grams a tonne. We've also then got a plan, because we're going in and mining up, to mine down, and we can produce 40,000 tonnes, but that's going to involve some more development and raising some more funds to do that. Or if the gold price has gone up more, we can perhaps do that through our own cash flows. We'll see when we get there, but I think it's important for us to reach that first milestone. Associated with that, we raised the funds to increase the size of the plant. It's currently a 15,000 tonne per month plant. We're increasing that to 30,000 tonnes per month. We've actually sized it to 50,000 because the cost differential was very different, not very large. So we've already got the capacity there if we do increase production at Galaxy, and that plant should be in place by the end of this year, ready for the Galaxy ore body to come on. Okay, so in a good place, moving forward. There's the plan, the deadlines we have to meet. I'll stand up here, and I think I put a similar one up last year, and I'll put my hand on my heart and tell you we have missed on some of those. I'll be honest about it. The funding was 4 months behind, so everything slipped. Yeah? But we'll be there, and we'll be in full production when we say so. Model-wise, anything past 2022 is my view of the world. Mupane only has a 3-year life at the moment, but I'm treated as a mature mine. When we mine, I replace, and we've done that since we've acquired it. As I said, when we acquired it, it only had 1 year life. So we've done that. So even if you look at just those 3 years, we'll be up to a 60,000 ounce producer and an all-in of around 1,050. There's a potential to increase that up to 90,000 ounces and an all-in of less than 900. And then finally, if you are looking to invest in us, here's the reasons why. You know, Galane Gold at the moment at a P/NAV sits at 0.09. If you'd seen this 2 months ago, it would have been a 0.05. You almost already doubled your money if you invested in us. And what's driven that? Gold price and a great management team. Yeah. Secondly, you know, so if you believe gold price is going to drive, then P/NAV is going to change. Secondly, Galane Gold's going to grow. So if I look at Shanta Gold, which is in Tanzania, that's a 60,000 ounce producer. It's had political issues, maybe that's changing. It's had some debt issues, it's got rid of those. It's got potential to grow up to 90,000. So it's a good place where I want to be in the next year to 2 years. There's an opportunity for me to increase my P/NAV multiple. Then if I go to Pan-African, which is next door to us in South Africa, so it has the same political risks, but a 90,000 plus producer, well, that's where I want to be in 3 to 4 years. So there's a huge charge for us to be re-rated there as well. And then just add the gold story on top of that, there's an even bigger chance. Okay, thank you very much.